My guest today is Natasha Trenev, who is known as the mother of probiotics. Her extensive experience and knowledge of the industry began with her family's 750-year history of producing the most beneficial yogurt prized by the royal family of Yugoslavia. Now, Natasha is the founder and president of Nature and Probiotics. Her products come with over 60 years of focused, rigorous scientific research and technology from leading scientists and researchers in the field of probiotics. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back my esteemed guest today, the CEO and founder of Nature and Probiotics, Natasha Trenev, to the show. Welcome back.
Well, gosh, we got so many things we need to impart to your beautiful audience. I'm getting excited here.
Well, now we're covering a very big, deep subject today. So I know that there is a rise in autoimmune conditions over the last 20 years. 1 in 5 people have an autoimmune disease. First, for all of my viewers and listeners, explain to everyone what is the definition of an autoimmune disease and why is this area of health not getting better?
Okay, well, I'm going to give it to you in simple terminology because I want you to understand the process. Autoimmune disease is a misdirection of the immune cells to attack the cellular structure of the body rather than the invader. The other part of autoimmune disease is a bacterium that's allowed to overgrow in a certain area in your GI tract and produces a toxin that will kill part of your cellular structure and then will create that autoimmune disease. And the third thing that happens is that, remember, in a previous episode, I said your immune system is the scanner, and things coming across your intestinal wall have a QR code. And if that QR code is detected as defective by the scanner immune system, first thing that happens is a food intolerance. Then it becomes a food allergy, and it could possibly then lead to an autoimmune disease such as celiac disease.
I did not know that about celiac disease.
Yeah. Celiac disease is caused by the body not able to tolerate a protein called a gluten. And people don't know that gluten is the protein part of the wheat kernel. And proteins are usually what aggravate the immune system because all bacteria are proteinaceous in composition. So the immune system gets very alarmed when an incorrect QR code protein comes across the intestinal wall. And that's, because the wheat in the United States was first hybridized and then GMO'd. And then, of course, the first thing your immune system reacts to, because it's a foreign protein, that again, where the QR code does not match a safety profile that the scanner, the immune system has for that protein. And then, like I said, that's why we have to understand the process. And I try to simplify it because I think once people understand the process, they really know what's causing the problem.
Yes, indeed. Now, I understand that 80% of our immune system is located in the gut. So, the term leaky gut syndrome is now being mentioned in the same breath as autoimmune disease. And for a lot of you out there, autoimmune diseases like systemic lupus, rheumatoid arthritis,
Mhm.
fibromyalgia, but type 1 diabetes, which a lot of people do not know, as well as multiple sclerosis. Uh, is this all caused by an out of balance of good bacteria?
Yeah, it's a primary cause. You mentioned multiple sclerosis, and I really want to find free time to dig down because there was a couple of articles which I wanted to pursue where it said that the organism Clostridium perfringens, which is a type of food poisoning organism, and it's usually found in very small numbers in a lot of human intestinal tracts. But if it's allowed to overgrow in its territory, it starts producing a toxin that starts, taking away the myelin sheathing of the nerves, and then you get multiple sclerosis. And most people don't discuss that. And as I said, it's always a toxin or a bacterium doing something to your body that causes the immune system to go rogue. is all I could say. It's
Right.
misdirected and it's not working appropriately.
Of course. Now, what is the correlation between the gut microbiota, leaky gut syndrome, and autoimmune disease?
Okay, so let's first discuss what leaky gut is. Remember, and again, I want people to understand the process. There are tight junctures on your entire 27 feet of intestinal wall. And those tight junctures are like little gates. And they are made there, and the immune system monitors it along with the beneficial bacteria that no objectable material or organism passes those tight junctures. In the same time, if your immunity is compromised and you don't have the proper amount of beneficial bacteria, the bad bacteria or the mold will start producing chemicals to start attacking those tight junctures to break them down. And of course, what do they want? They want to get into the bloodstream. Once they're in the bloodstream, they can go to anywhere in the body and start causing problems, which will then elicit an immune response wherever they happen to land. And then we just give it a name of a disease, but people have no clue how it happened or why it happened.
With leaky gut syndrome, I understand that even if you drove through a drive-through at a fast food restaurant, one
Mhm.
meal can destroy the inner lining of the small intestine.
Oh yeah, if you have food that's so disruptive, and your immune system perceives a big threat, it's going to start destroying what it realizes could become something defective, and it damages further those tight junctures and the wall. Because the why do you have inflammation? The immune system starts destroying cellular structure in order to protect the integrity of the body. That's why you get temperature, and that's why inflammation is always red, because the immune system is mandated to destroy defective things in the body.
Now, isn't every disease condition listed as an autoimmune condition? Aren't every single one of those inflammatory?
Yes, yes, they are inflammatory because rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, fibromyalgia. They all have different names, but they're all something is wrong with the immune system, whether they have multiple inflammation sites or a minimal inflammation. It's always causing a adverse behavior from the immune system. In other words, uncontrolled inflammation is when the immune system can't figure out when it's done its job, so it continues destroying cellular structure in order to protect the body.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. The gut microbiota is a controllable factor. Why is medical science ignoring it?
Because you can't make money with it.
Yeah, that was a simple answer, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, literally, if we really took the science to the next level, we would not need all those drugs, honestly. Our bodies are not defective. They weren't designed to fail. They're failing because of our perception of reality, our reaction with each other, the foods and the chemicals that we've, now assaulted our body with. And then we're wondering why we're not healthy and we need so many medications. Remember, pharmaceutical drugs were designed to treat a symptom. They're not designed to give the body the tools to heal itself. Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that really has an application with sincere guidance and restraint is an antibiotic. An antibiotic is a true drug that can save your life under certain conditions. When if you need drugs, if you, God forbid, are in the hospital and need surgery, Western medicine has no equal to that. The problem is anything else. You don't need those powerful drugs to intervene when your life is not being threatened or you're in the hospital for some procedure. So, then people are taught that they need to take a drug or something for their body because it's defective and it needs stuff. It doesn't. We've created this defect and our bodies become weak.
Stay tuned for more incredible information with Dr. Bond's special guest, Natasha Trenev. Plus, today's special offer for the viewers of the Dr. Ward Bond Show. You won't want to miss it.
When it comes to probiotics, don't just trust anyone. Trust the pioneers. Natron has been a leader in probiotic science for over 4 decades, bringing unmatched expertise and results you can feel. Introducing our most powerful and complete formula, Healthy Trinity. This unique 3-in-1 probiotic delivers super strains directly to your GI tract, where it matters most. It promotes immune strength, supports your colon and liver, and optimizes digestion to help you feel your absolute best. But it doesn't stop there. Healthy Trinity blocks harmful bacteria from attaching and thriving in your gut, competing for space and nutrients to help you stay balanced, protected, and strong. With millions of satisfied customers, Healthy Trinity is the probiotic trusted to deliver more energy, better moods, beautiful skin, regularity, and total gut confidence. Don't just take a probiotic. Take the best. Natron's Healthy Trinity. Probiotic pioneers, proven results, trusted for generations.
I absolutely love this product. I absolutely love this product.
Natron's Healthy Trinity has changed my life.
My son had bad stomach issues since he was 8 years old. We went to the pediatrician about every couple of months. We did so many tests and they couldn't ever find anything wrong with him. And then we heard about Natron. And I didn't realize, I was completely uneducated in the probiotics. I just thought they're all the same. After 2 weeks, as quickly as that, he saw such an improvement. It really changed his life.
What I love about Natron is the way in which it's not only manufactured, but the way that it's handled, dosed, and stored, compared to any other competitor's product, quite frankly.
There's no way I'd go to anything else other than that. It's the best product out there.
You have to feel the Natron difference for yourself.
I want to ask you a question that you literally know off the top of your head, but I want all of my viewers to know and understand that lactobacillus plays a protective role in our gut.
Yes.
And it's also involved with the restoration of a leaky gut. How does that work?
Okay, so I will talk about Lactobacillus acidophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus, which is the predominant bacteria in natural Bulgarian-style yogurt. What it is that they will, incentivize the body to replenish the proper cellular structure by producing chemicals that are friendly to the body and induce the immune system to calm down and not, attack the healthy body structure.
So if someone takes a healthy probiotic, one that works, and they have an autoimmune condition, what would they expect?
Well, we can't talk about a cure, but
Right, I understand.
And the problem, we can't talk about a cure because we're not allowed to make progress in this area, which I think is essential. Because the autoimmune disease would stop being a problem if we could figure out what is causing the problem. For instance, if we were able to diagnose and find out which organism is either misdirecting the immune system, because remember, it's like a light show in our body. Photon light emission is being emitted for communication. And as many photon light emissions are made by hostile bacteria and yeast as is done by friendly. So you want to make sure the friendly have the much more ability to communicate with the immune cells so that they don't become hyperactive or fail to defend the body.
Does beneficial bacteria reset the gut? And if so, how does it do it?
It can reset the gut, and it can reset the gut by dominating certain areas. I remember the beneficial bacteria have a vested interest in to keep us healthy because we're the best territory for them to thrive. What's their primal directive in life? To thrive, to replicate its own kind. So it will, give enough tools to the body. And like I said, your perception of reality is very important because that perception of reality will encourage your body to start healing itself as well.
Okay,
And the beneficial bacteria actually, this is very important in this healing process because they produce the feel-good chemicals, serotonin and dopamine. And they also produce chemicals that are precursors of tryptophan, GABA, and other wonderful feel-good neurotransmitters. And if you disrupt this, then that flow doesn't go to the first brain, and then you start having depression, and you get a warped feeling of reality, which then creates this loop. So unless you're able to replenish the beneficial bacteria and to help you get those neurotransmitters up to your first brain, you're going to have depression, you're going to have anxiety, and it's going to keep increasing because no doctor will tell you how do you need to fix your gut, what you need to do so that that loop finally starts breaking and going back to normal.
Okay, let me ask you this because I've read some research, but I want you to verify it. So
Mhm.
I understand, or I should say, I read that the Bacillus infantis strain, it works with tryptophan, the amino acid, to produce serotonin in the gut, which then travels the vagus nerve to the brain, correct?
Yeah. Oh, it's the Bifidobacterium infantis. Yes, that's one of the bacteria. Lactobacillus acidophilus will do that. Bifidobacteria bifidum will do it. Yes, the chosen beneficial bifidobacteria and lactobacillus will produce those chemicals for the body, and you will be having plenty of a good supply.
So that means that those that deal with depression need to get
Mhm.
their gut in order, correct?
Absolutely. That's where depression really comes from. And by the way, the reason, let me give you another tip. Yeast produce alcohol to kill bacteria. Most people don't know that. All bacteria and all microorganisms produce substances to eliminate competition. It just so happens that the beneficial bacteria, when they produce those compounds, are friendly to us. They're not negative to us. However, yeast produce alcohol to eliminate other microbes and other competition. So when you're engaged, that's why some fractions of Christianity or whatever teach people not to drink alcohol, but it's really something that needs to be explained and not pushed on people and just say, hey, look, you are imbibing in a substance that ultimately disrupts the beneficial equilibrium in your gut. And if you're engaging in a lot of mental stress and eating the wrong foods, if you're angry all the time, you're unhappy, it can really add that final link to lead to disease.
Now, you said in an earlier episode that you and I had done that stress can destroy the beneficial bacteria.
Yes, and it can also destroy your cellular structure.
So, those with irritable bowel syndrome, which usually that
Mhm.
condition is caused by stress, that
Mhm.
condition is brought on because they're destroying their own bacteria?
They're just they're no, they're making a hostile environment, and the bacteria want to leave. And we know the science. I do know that those chemicals that are produced will actually destroy the cellular structure. So if it can destroy the cellular structure, it can certainly destroy the bacteria.
Stay tuned for more incredible information with Dr. Bond's special guest, Natasha Trenev. Plus, today's special offer for the viewers of the Dr. Ward Bond Show. You won't want to miss it.
When it comes to probiotics, don't just trust anyone. Trust the pioneers. Natron has been a leader in probiotic science for over 4 decades, bringing unmatched expertise and results you can feel. Introducing our most powerful and complete formula, Healthy Trinity. This unique 3-in-1 probiotic delivers super strains directly to your GI tract, where it matters most. It promotes immune strength, supports your colon and liver, and optimizes digestion to help you feel your absolute best. But it doesn't stop there. Healthy Trinity blocks harmful bacteria from attaching and thriving in your gut, competing for space and nutrients to help you stay balanced, protected, and strong. With millions of satisfied customers, Healthy Trinity is the probiotic trusted to deliver more energy, better moods, beautiful skin, regularity, and total gut confidence. Don't just take a probiotic. Take the best. Natron's Healthy Trinity. Probiotic pioneers, proven results, trusted for generations.
Now, I understand that your number one product, which you have sold millions and millions of bottles of, is the Healthy Trinity, and that contains 3 strands of beneficial bacteria. Can you explain those 3 and why you have 3 and not overblowing it like some companies that want to say, hey, we got 15 in here and we think we're the best.
Yeah, well, Lactobacillus acidophilus has been in the research for well over 100 years. It has 10,000 scientific articles and clinical trials published on it. And that's a main organism for healthy upper small intestine down to the large intestine. Found some parts in the large intestine, but basically for optimal immune function, optimal absorption, optimal breaking down of the food particles. Also helps our first brain to think better because it helps to stimulate those feel good neurotransmitters. It helps even with healthy cholesterol levels. It helps all functions related to fertility. It is an incredible microorganism, and that's why I spend the time and the effort to make it correctly so that it can benefit the human host. And then I was the first one to introduce a bifidobacteria product in 1986, and trust me, no one even knew what I was talking about. And that was based on some German and Japanese research I read about the importance of this bacteria to the large intestine, which is very important to our immune system and our health as well. So that bifidobacteria balances out of which beneficial bacteria needs to live where in our intestinal tract in order for the human host to benefit. And then I chose the third bacteria, the Lactobacillus bulgaricus, the main bacteria found in Bulgarian style yogurt, that is incredible because it's one of the very few microbes that can actually pre-digest the food for us. It has, incredible ability to make that food particle down to the right molecular size. It has an incredible interaction with our immune cells, especially with the killer cells and the T cell, which is our first line of defense. And so it's an incredible organism, and most people will not give you enough of it because it's another one of those killer organisms to grow, stabilize, and to deliver. So people avoid using organisms, no matter how good they are, because they present a technical problem of manufacturing, stabilization, and how to sell it. But I never let that stop me. I'm always concerned with making sure I gave you number one, safe organisms and ones that will always perform for the human host and their health.
Okay, then let me ask you this. With the Natron Healthy Trinity, what is the best way to start taking it? Do you take it with food or do you take it on an empty stomach?
You can take it with food or the empty stomach because it's micro-enrobed in an oil matrix, and the oil is emulsified by bile activity. So whether you eat or you don't eat, it's okay. I tell people to take it with food because it's easier for them to remember to take it with food. But it's its own unique delivery system and designed to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have got to be amazed, like I am, to sit here with Natasha Trenev to hear this incredible research that she has put together. She knows it from the top of her head for what she has studied and researched for the last 60 years or more. And what I want you to do, because I'm a user of the Nature and Healthy Trinity, my whole family takes it. We rave about it. And I can tell you this, it is the only probiotic that you can literally take and feel the difference. Go to natron.com for the best probiotics on the market. And this has been proven by research facilities, by the way. So I'm not just saying it, it's backed by research. You want to order the Nature and Healthy Trinity, use the promo code Dr. Ward Bond. We've got that on the screen for you to get started on the road to good health. I want you healthy from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Or give them a call at 866-462-8736 right now. Order the Healthy Trinity and get started. Again, use the promo code Dr. Ward Bond. And you can head to my website at drwardbond.com, scan down to the bright blue page. You're going to see the Healthy Trinity bottle. Click on it. It's going to take you directly to their website, and there's a special link to where you can get 25% off site-wide. So, but you got to make sure, you got to promise me that you're going to start off with the Nature and Healthy Trinity. It is the probiotic that's going to lead you to better health. I can say that, okay? I can say it. I've taken it. I can tell the difference. My wife came to me and was raving about the Healthy Trinity. She's like, where has this been? Why you been hiding this from me? This probiotic literally works. I can feel the difference. So again, give them a call at 866-462-8736. And Natasha, I want to thank you again for coming onto the program and just freely sharing your incredible knowledge with all of us today.
It's my pleasure. It's been my life's work, and my only desire has only been to help people. That was my first and only desire. And of course, we all have to make money in order to get our message across. But I long for those days, like you mentioned, those great names, to come back to our industry and truly be dedicated to helping people regain their health or maintain their health.
Amen to that.
When it comes to probiotics, don't just trust anyone. Trust the pioneers. Natron has been a leader in probiotic science for over 4 decades, bringing unmatched expertise and results you can feel. Introducing our most powerful and complete formula, Healthy Trinity. This unique 3-in-1 probiotic delivers super strains directly to your GI tract, where it matters most. It promotes immune strength, supports your colon and liver, and optimizes digestion to help you feel your absolute best. But it doesn't stop there. Healthy Trinity blocks harmful bacteria from attaching and thriving in your gut, competing for space and nutrients to help you stay balanced, protected, and strong. With millions of satisfied customers, Healthy Trinity is the probiotic trusted to deliver more energy, better moods, beautiful skin, regularity, and total gut confidence. Don't just take a probiotic. Take the best. Natron's Healthy Trinity. Probiotic pioneers, proven results, trusted for generations.